everyone, and welcome to week 3. This week we're going to continue looking at the Constitution. We're going to be switching gears though and looking at the battle for the ratification of the Constitution. So mainly the Anti-Federalists versus the Federalists, and the amendments to the Constitution, which are arguably the Anti-Federalists' greatest legacy. Now, this week as well, you're going to have your first extra credit assignment. So to get started, you'll head on over to Brightspace to the week 3 module, and you will see in there, of course, our weekly reading and lecture materials, our discussion, our quiz, and that extra credit assignment. So our discussion this week, the activity is going to overlap quite a bit with our readings for the week. So last week, our discussion activity overlapped with the required materials from the prior week. This week, our discussion activity is going to overlap with our reading materials for the week. Going forward, the discussions are going to be the activities, I should say, are going to be a little more expansive, but we're still easing in. So this week, once you've made sure to do those required activity readings, you will have to answer a question about them. Please do be sure to read the prompt fully and carefully. It's a rather complex prompt and sort of question that you're going to be addressing. So your initial post answering that discussion prompt will be due on Thursday, no later than Thursday, and your 2 responses to your classmates are due no later than Sunday. The quiz is also due no later than Sunday, 16 questions total, including one that's extra credit. Now, if you want to see your past quizzes and see what you got right and wrong, you should be able to do that after the quiz is due for the whole class. So, for example, if you want to look at this week's and say, wait, why did I get that question wrong? What was the right answer? You can go back after Sunday to look at it. That's why I don't accept late quizzes, because all the answers are going to be out there for you after Sunday. So if you want to do that, you can definitely do that on Brightspace. If you're not sure how, shoot me an email and I can send you an instruction guide. Now, this week, the extra credit is going to be based on our survey from week 1. I asked you some questions about classroom inclusion and what barriers to inclusion you might be able to identify for yourself or classmate. Even if you weren't able to identify a barrier, I encourage you to take a look at the materials I've posted and respond to them in the extra credit assignment. It's a great opportunity for you to learn about potential barriers if you haven't encountered any, and help contribute to reducing those barriers for yourself and for others. So that extra credit, of course, is not required, and extra credit's never going to hurt your grade. I am new to Brightspace. I know you all are too. So I am not 100% sure how this is going to look once you've all submitted it, but on Blackboard at least, extra credit would show up as, say, this is a 4-point assignment, so say you only got 3 out of the 4 points, it would show up as a 3 out of 4, which is a 75%, and obviously that's not how it's graded. If it shows up that way on Brightspace, just ignore that denominator. It's actually a 3 out of 0, right? Because there were 0 possible points. You got 3. There are 3 bonus points. So always good to attempt the extra credit because it'll never hurt you. It'll only ever add to your grade. And this week, that addition is going to be onto your class participation grade, so it can give you a little padding there. In case maybe one week you forget to do your responses or something, you'll have 4 points added from this extra credit assignment. This week, office hours are on Thursday. You can book them on Calendly as usual. Have a great week, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the amendments, or I shouldn't say the amendments to the Constitution, on the rights included in the Constitution and which one you would put in the Constitution rather than in an amendment.